Manchester United have officially announced Ralf Rangnick as the club's interim manager through May of 2022. While Rangnick is referred to as the godfather of modern football in Germany, his rise to prominence isn't as well known within Premier League circles. Today, I will share with you the backstory of Ralf Rangnick. Ralf Rangnick's career as a professional footballer was short-lived. He bounced around several clubs including VfB Stuttgart, Southwick FC, VfR Heilbronn, and Ulm 1846, but never really kicked on. Regardless, these experiences allowed a young Rangnick to imagine a strategic management style. While playing professionally, Rangnick studied at the University of Stuttgart, where he was introduced to sports science. This opened Rangnick's eyes to the big advantage organization and preparation could afford a football club. After being released from Ulm 1846, Rangnick took a position as a player manager for his hometown club, FC Victoria Bocknog, and began implementing what were considered unique policies at the time. Rangnick threw beer out the locker room, banned smoking within 2 hours of the game, and enforced cool-downs. While this may sound like standard practice today, during the 1980s in Germany, such rules were unheard of. It was also during Rangnick's time at Bocknog that he developed his cohesive brand of football. In a friendly against Valery Lobanovsky's Dynamo Kiev, Rangnick was impressed by the Ukrainians' sophisticated zonal marking and pressing system. Rangnick adopted these as key traits for his teams. This differed greatly from the sweeper and man-marking systems that were prevalent in Germany at the time. Another major influence on Rangnick during the early stages of his coaching career was Helmut Gross. The two met while working with VfB Stuttgart's youth academy. Gross encouraged Rangnick to follow a game model and long-term process. Together, they came up with 3 characteristics to define their managerial identity: back four zonal marking, pressing traps to win the ball, and vertical play and possession. Despite starting a coaching revolution amongst the lower levels of German football and achieving success with Stuttgart's under-19s, big clubs were hesitant to give Rangnick an opportunity because he wasn't well known. In 1995, Rangnick took over as a manager of Reutlingen 05 in Germany's 4th division. There, he turned a nearly relegated side into a 4th-place finisher in just one season. This caught the attention of Ulm 1846, who appointed Rangnick as the club's manager in January of 1997. Rangnick's tenure at Ulm really put him on the map. In Rangnick's first season, the club earned promotion from the 3rd division. Back-to-back promotions looked realistic after Ulm's strong start in Bundesliga 2, but Rangnick was starting to catch the attention of new suitors. During the winter break, he signed a deal to move to top flight VfB Stuttgart for the next season. This was supposed to remain a secret, but a leak in February led to the Ulm fanbase turning on Rangnick, forcing him to resign prematurely. Rangnick's time at Stuttgart didn't have the storybook ending he or the club probably hoped for. In his first season, the club finished 8th in the Bundesliga, which was considered very respectable. Behind the scenes though, things were starting to fall apart. Rangnick and the club's new president, Manfred Haas, were constantly fighting on how the club ought to be run. During Rangnick's second season, Stuttgart reached the round of 16 of the UEFA Cup and semifinals of the DFB Pokal, but were struggling in the Bundesliga, hovering in the relegation zone. Rangnick was sacked mid-season, following the club's exit from European football. Rangnick quickly found employment, signing with Bundesliga side Hannover 96 in May of 2001. During his first season, Rangnick had an immediate impact, leading the club to the top flight for the first time in 13 years. Unfortunately for Rangnick, his top players were poached by competition, leading to Hannover's slow start in the Bundesliga. However, new signings in January saw a revitalized side finish respectably in 11th. The following season, poor form and disagreements with the club's higher-ups led to Rangnick getting sacked in March of 2004. Rangnick sought out a position as assistant manager for the German national team, but lost out to Joachim Löw. Shortly after, Rangnick was appointed by Schalke. Rangnick's first season was a success, leading Schalke through the group stages of the UEFA Cup to the final of the DFB Pokal, an impressive second position in the Bundesliga. Unfortunately for Rangnick, he was not able to maintain this form the following season, as Schalke were knocked out of the group stage of the Champions League and were 10 points back in the Bundesliga. This led to Rangnick getting sacked in December of 2005. After establishing himself in the Bundesliga, it was a surprise when Rangnick signed on as the manager of 3rd division side Hoffenheim for the 2006-2007 season. Rangnick's tenure at Hoffenheim was remarkable. In 2 seasons, Rangnick took a club that had never reached higher than the 3rd tier of German football to the Bundesliga. Once in the Bundesliga, all appeared well as Hoffenheim were able to maintain mid-table form and go on runs in cup competitions. Behind the scenes though, friction between club owner Dietmar Hopp and Rangnick was growing. Hopp felt that regardless of future investment, Rangnick's tactics had been figured out and were limiting. The final straw was when Hopp sold one of Rangnick's key midfielders, Luis Gustavo, during the winter transfer window. Feeling betrayed, Rangnick chose to resign. Within a month of leaving Hoffenheim, Rangnick was named the Schalke manager once again. He led Schalke to their first Champions League semi-final before being knocked out by none other than Manchester United. He also helped Schalke defeat Dortmund in penalties to win the DFL Super Cup. Unfortunately for Rangnick, his tenure at Schalke would only last 6 months as he suffered from chronic fatigue syndrome, stating, "My current energy levels are not high enough to succeed, and in particular to advance the team and the club. I am taking this step for the benefit of the team, who I wish every success for the rest of the season." After roughly a year away from the game, Rangnick took on a new challenge, director of football for Red Bull Salzburg and RB Leipzig. Rangnick was tasked with providing the clubs with structure, identity, and a young core of talented footballers. Under Rangnick's supervision, both clubs took off, in large part due to his ability to identify talent. Rangnick discovered the likes of Sadio Mane, Joshua Kimmich, Timo Werner, Naby Keita, and other top-tier footballers. Both clubs' performances in recent years speak for Rangnick's success. Since Rangnick joined Red Bull in an executive position, Salzburg have won the Austrian Bundesliga 9 times, and Leipzig have improved from a 4th division side to one of the top teams in the Bundesliga. Rangnick's new position as interim manager and consultant for Manchester United provides an exciting challenge for one of football's greatest minds. Based on patterns from Rangnick's lengthy career, it's safe to assume he will have an immediate impact at United. Even in United's first game under Rangnick, we saw a much more organized team able to win the ball in advanced areas and strike with speed. Beyond his role as interim manager, Rangnick will help United recruit a group of talented young players who fit the club's style of football. With United's recent history of wasteful spending in the transfer market, having someone with a good reputation and eye for talent is just what the club needs. While Manchester United still have a long way to go to reach the club's former heights, the addition of Ralf Rangnick is certainly a step in the right direction. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comments what impact you think Ralf Rangnick will have at Manchester United. Also, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe for more United content. Thank you and take it easy. Peace.